Breaking news before we get into this show. This just in, the Bills looks like they have agreed to receive Shady McCoy from the Eagles. And in return, Kiko Alonso will join his former college coach. Your thoughts on the trade, which won't happen until next Tuesday. Thoughts, Mark?
You know what? When you think about this trade and when you think about getting Kiko Alonso, it's like, why? Why, Chip? Why would you trade your star running back to get Kiko Alonso that's coming off of an ACL injury this past year? He didn't play this past year. Now, you already got rid of Deshaun Jackson. You got rid of Shady McCoy. Jerry Maclin's a free agent. Who are you going to have on your offensive side of the football? I understand this is about scheme, but that's in the college. It's about Jimmys and Joes, not X and O's when you get to the NFL.
I like that. That was fire. We know where Philadelphia's bread is buttered. It's buttered on offense. I think at this point, they're trying to bolster up that defense. Darren Sproles, for better or for worse, he came in, he made some things happen. He's just as explosive, if not more perhaps, than Shady McCoy, especially last season. But you also talk about defense. They need help on that side of the ball. Trent Cole, who tweeted, "No respect," captioned that. He probably won't be back with the team, so they do need help there, but I agree. Kiko didn't play all last year, coming off the ACL injury. You know what McCoy is. Granted, he didn't have that great of a year, but the O-line was hurt. So, personally, I probably would have kept, McCoy, who was just doing damage in that scheme. Damage.
You know, when you think about his production numbers and why his production numbers dropped off, one of the main reasons is because the offensive line was hurt. Absolutely. And during the goal line, it seemed like Darren Sproles or Chris Polk or some other random running back was taking a lot of goal line carries and different things of that nature. So I have to say that the defense of the Eagles is still going to be a problem. They lost Trent Cole. They also released Kerry Williams too today as well. Now they moved a lot of salary cap, but this is not the NBA where you can just move salary cap and bring in free agents and be successful. Tampa Bay did it last year, and look what their record is. The top free agent spenders tend not to do well. It's always been a draft and develop type league, and they right now do not have the speed on offense nor on defense to compete. I think the Dallas Cowboys just won the NFC East division for next year already.
They're going to do it again. Not to mention former Defensive Rookie of the Year, D'Amico Ryans. I believe he tore his Achilles last season, so he won't be there. Again, they just need some young, fresh blood to fill it in. But again, someone who's only going to be going into his second season, technically. We'll see how it plays out. But, I mean, I agree. I think the Eagles have some issues, and that team it's a lot different from what it used to be, but we'll see how that plays out.
And to add a final thought, Chip Kelly. Now everyone agrees that he's a good coach, he's a mad scientist, but it's a different league when you're playing in the NFL. And for him to be in the NFL for the first 2 years, only to have 0 playoff wins, I mean, he could be on the guillotine next year if he doesn't make it to the playoffs again for next year.
I mean, he did win the division in his first season.
He did, but he had
host a
playoff game, but lost to a New Orleans team that hasn't won a road playoff game in a very, very long time.
Good points. Well, let's throw it over to Steve. I know we're shocked by the news. Steve, what do you think?
So the Philadelphia Eagles have decided to get rid of Shady McCoy. That one throws me for a loop. I don't understand what's going on. I mean, are they gonna, rely on a draft pick or try to bring life out of Darren Sproles? I mean, I'm hearing rumors in St. Louis that Nick Foles is up in the trade block to possibly go to St. Louis instead of Sam Bradford. And I'm like, well, I don't know what Chip Kelly's doing. He's trying to trade up to get Mariota, basically bring his old offense from Oregon here in the NFL because he believes his system works. I mean, this guy has an ego out of this world if he believes getting rid of grade A players for a system is going to work in the NFL. Like you guys say, it's about the players, man. You got to have the people that can produce. Obviously, you got a system, but the system ain't going to do nothing unless you got some athletes out there that can actually get some plays done. So, Chip Kelly, man, I don't know what you're doing in Philly. it seemed like the whole state of Philly just up for a flux. The 76ers doing stupid stuff. Now the Eagles. I don't know what's going on, but now you need to get it together. NFC East, maybe Dallas is another opportunity to win, but if they can hold on to Dez Bryant, we'll see about that. But I don't know. It's very confusing right now. I just don't understand that move.